what's up, YouTube? Yo, congratulations to my team Puerto Rico, for yesterday for winning. We beat the Dominican Republic 5-2. Hopefully, our Mets pitcher Edwin Diaz is doing good. So let's go let's go Puerto Rico for Mexico. Now, we're gonna talk a little bit about Omi. So you saw about a video that I just posted where Omi spoke briefly about his time that he's going to do in federal jail, federal prison. And his math is wrong because he got sentenced to 66 months. And 66 months, it's 5 years and stuff like that. And out of those 5 years, you have to do 80% of your time. Federal guidelines, it's 80% on good behavior. So he's got to do 4.4 years. So that's 4 years and 4 months, and then he's eligible. For parole. Before I go any further, I like any of you guys. If you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead, do so. I had a little problem with YouTube last year that I had way over 4,000 view hours. I was being monetized. I was getting money from commercials, and they just decided to unmonetize me because I was using use contact, which I don't know how. And then all my hours that I have accumulated have gone down, so I'm down to 2,000. I still have the membership. I need more people to subscribe. I need more people to watch my channels. Pass it on. Hit that like button so the algorithm can stay on. But anyway, so they gave Omi this 66 months in prison because prison time, they don't go by years, they go by month, and then you just equate them into years. And he's talking about how he regrets it, and he learned his lesson, and how much he has to pay this, and how much he has to pay that. Well, put it this way: whatever he's completely broke, because whatever he got from whatever he got for the proceeds of the IPTV that he had, whatever cars that he got, anything that he bought with that money, it goes to the IRS. It goes to the feds. You know, he owed a lot in income tax. You know, people don't understand. Even though you're doing something, look, truth be told, that the only reason that Omi got caught is because Omi was his own enemy. It was. Look, his intentions might have been good. I give him credit for posting up, for giving hopes to other kids out there. You know, I see a lot of comments, kids saying he's an inspiration, but he did this all the wrong way. If you know, and you cannot tell me this is a gray area, if you know that what you're doing is illegal, right? Why would you go in front of millions of people and flaunt it? You know that the FBI watches those channels, and you know that there are going to be people who are envy of you. Solo Man is another one. Entertainment Man is another one. Those three, what was Omi, what was Solo Man, and what was Entertainment Man, all three of them were together. And Solo Man tried to do the same thing that Omi did at one time. But Solo Man went a little bit further. Solo Man, when there was a storm in Miami a few years back, he claimed that his house was flooded, right? His house was flooded, and he opened up a GoFundMe page, and he got $10,000 within 2 hours. I was like, oh, what? And then when I saw his house, man, nothing happened to his house. He said his daughter's house was flooded, that there was water in his daughter's room, which there wasn't, because I'm very observant when I would look at videos or even a movie. And the daughter's room had no marks at all. No water marks on the walls, no nothing. His sofas were like corduroy kind of thing. Those weren't wet. And when you get these when you get these cheap polyester or cotton seats, whatever the case may be, when they get wet and they stay wet for a while, they smell. And that, nothing. So what happened was for him is that a little small tree branch went to his house, and he made it look like that his house was flooded, and he sent his wife and his kids to a hotel. He put himself in a hotel. He took the fishes that he had in that pond. He took them out, said that they had died. You know, so he did all this kind of stuff. And when I looked at that, I shouted him out, and I went after Solar Man, because you don't do shit like that. And they demonetized Solar Man. So I thought, you know, Entertainment Man is the same thing. Him and Entertainment Man, the two peas in a pod. They opened up a magazine. That magazine went to crap. Solar Man was the first one to do an IPTV before even Omi did that. But you know, they were making their money. But they just got demonetized. And the thing with Omi was that he presented himself, and a lot of people are going to look at that. You know, you're a Hispanic young man. You're coming from a rag to riches. You got all these cars. Never worked a day in your life. You got no construction skills. You don't got this. You don't got that. Even though your vlog, even though you have over 800,000 subscribers, that does not qualify you to buy yourself Porsches. Does not qualify you to buy Maseratis. Doesn't qualify you to buy Hellcats. You wouldn't be making that much money. And that catches the eye. Then you have people who are envious of you. You know, when you do kind of things like that, you have to keep your friends closer and your enemies closer. Because when things hit the fan, you one that you think is going to be your right-hand man, that's the one that's going to shit you over. So, for you to sit there, Omi, and say that this was a gray area, no, this was not a gray area. Anyone who knows law knows that what you did was illegal. You copyrighted. You showed copyrighted material. It doesn't matter if it was live. It doesn't matter if it was 2 seconds behind, lagging. People have this tendency because Omi said that in one of his videos that it was because, you know, they couldn't charge him anything because his videos weren't live. They were lagging 2 seconds or 2 minutes. It does not matter. It does not matter. The matter is that you provided a service to people without the consent of these big companies of HBO, Cinemax, Showtime, Disney, all these people. You were showing these people their content for free. You know, when you get Cablevision and you get Liberty Cable and all those, they have a contract with these people, so they have the authority to show things and certain things, because there are certain shows that a network has to buy in order for them to show it. But Omi didn't have that. Omi had a system where he set it up, where he put different boxes in different homes, and he had an encryptor that encrypted the signal to send to the company when there were videos being downloaded that were copyrighted. So if any of you guys ever had a torrent, if any of you guys ever had Showbox, I'll give you an example. If you guys had Showbox at one time and you downloaded a movie and you downloaded it in a torrent form, you could have downloaded it without a torrent form. There would have been no problem. But if you downloaded it with a torrent form, that torrent form sends out a signal to your cable company that you're downloading a copyright movie without permission. And then you will get a letter from the cable company saying that someone in your household downloaded this movie, and the company is telling you not to do it again. If you do it again, they can remove you from, you can no longer have servers, and you can be liable. You can get sued for that. So he had an encryptor that would encrypt that signal so that the company would not know that there are copyright programs running through that system. So he's charging you $15 an hour, $15 a month, depending on how many people he had. Look at the minute, you know, look at all the pay-per-views these people watch for free, all the movies that they watch for free when you're supposed to be paying. So that costs a lot of money. Now, what I don't understand mathematically wise, how I would like to know how many subscribers did he have that he amazed $30 million. That's what I want to know, because at $15, you have to have a lot of clientele. But if that's the case, if he did it, he would, just like I said, he became his own worst enemy by going on YouTube. If he would have kept his mouth shut and he would have not gone on YouTube, or he could have gone on YouTube and not flaunted all those cars. He could have flaunted his house, one car there, the Omi In A Hellcat, blah 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 blah. But you don't do that, because you're gonna get caught. Like I said, people are envious, people are jealous. So now he's gonna do 4.4 years in federal prison. Lost everything. Now he's gotta hit restitution. He's gonna start from zero. And if you guys think that he has money hidden, and if he does have any money hidden, trust me, the government's gonna keep a close eye on Omi. And all that kind of stuff. When they say, oh, he was gonna get 400 years, and that's just to start. That's just a scare tactic. You know, that's when they say he's gonna get 400 years. That's an accumulative of each charge that they gave him can lead up to 400 years if he's convicted, and this is a big if the judge was to sentence him on a consecutive basis. So that means consecutive means one after the other. Concurrent means together. So if you're in a position and you have 5 charges, right? Let's just say charge A, B, and C, and D. Charge A carries 10 years. Charge B carries 5. Charge C carries 2. Charge A carries 10. Charge B carries 5. Charge C carries 2. Charge D carries 4, and then charge D carries 7. All right. So if you put all those together, you're doing what, 10? You're doing good time, right? If you take it to trial and you lose, just because you took it to trial, the judge most likely will give you those sentences to run consecutive. Meaning, on charge A, you would have to do 10 years. After you do that 80% of your time, you go back out. You don't go outside. You go into the processing center. They fingerprint you. You go back upstairs. Now you start doing your 5 years. You do 3.5. You do the process all over again. Boom. But if you do it concurrent, that means that they'll take all those years and they'll put them together, and you'll do the higher one. So one was 20 and one was 10. Then that 10 goes into the 20, and then you gotta do 80% of that 20. You don't do 30. You do 20. And if you're in jail, you can ask the judge. Most judges do it to give you non-proton retroactive. Non-proton retroactive means from the beginning. You know, meaning that from the minute that they put the handcuffs on you, not from the time that you got to jail, from the minute that they put the handcuffs on you, all that time counts. So that's very important. Instead of saying, you know, I want it, you know, you're gonna be a time served for 100 days. No, I want it before the 100 days. I want it for the time that the police officer put the handcuffs on me, and that it's non-proton retroactive. And if you do that, I mean, it goes from the beginning. So you get all those time that you had, you get them put together. So if you did 300 days, those 300 days count towards your sentence. You know, and each Department of Correction is different. You know, you can get gain time, you can gain some good time, depending on what you do. But federal prison is going to a minimum. The federal prison is just going to. You got to do 80%. You got to do 80% of his time, and then afterwards, you got to do the restitution. And said restitution, that's already paid for. No, restitution gets paid after you finish what you're doing. And most restitution from the FBI, when it's federal, is $250,000 and up. But yeah, like I said, he was his own worst enemy. He flaunted what he had because he wanted to be a big shot. Nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. You know, he got his YouTube channel up. He got everybody. You know, he got everybody looking at his channel. He was known. But what you did was you flaunted yourself. You got yourself some shady ass, as he says, some accountants. You know, if that would have been me, I would have got several accountants. So each one of them can look at the other. So accountant A looks at accountant B looks at accountant C. But accountant B wouldn't know that accountant A is looking at both B and C. You know, just to make sure that they're doing the right thing. Because people don't understand that whenever you do something illegal, whether you're selling drugs or even if you're selling drugs, you still gotta pay taxes on that drug, even if it's illegal. I mean, you're not gonna put your tax money, oh, I sold drugs, oh, hello. But you have to pay taxes. You have to pay taxes on each income that you get. Plain and simple. Apparently you could put you sold drugs, but they have to catch you that you sold drugs. I don't know. That's just me thinking. But yeah, but on everything that you do that's illegal, any income that you get, you have to tax it. You have to file taxes. And that's the thing. You know, you're bright for some things, but then you're not bright for other things. And that's your downfall. The downfall was his greediness, his narcissism to become famous, to become Omi the Hellcat famous. Instead of being Omi the Hellcat humble, show one car, a house, a dedicated husband, or a dedicated father, and a dedicated man who gave to the community. And the rest, we didn't have to know. Okay, that's on you. But you splurge everything out. I don't see Organic out there anymore. I don't see other people that were flowing with him anymore, doing their videos, because it's getting kind of hectic. You got some motherfuckers out there who are renting Lambos, who are renting Jaguars, saying, "Oh look, I rented that. This is my car." Who are Airbnb hotel rooms, houses, and saying, "Oh, this is my house." Those are all fake people, you know. And like I said, had he not flaunted all that, he would have been okay. But he flaunted too much. He wanted to be known, and dang, he got his 15 minutes of fame. Now, all that money that he made goes down the drain. Because even if he has stash money, the FBI is going to keep a close eye on him. And like they do with everyone who does tax evasion and has no money, and say, wait. Even if he got himself a brand new car, where did you get that car? Where's the paperwork? You know, you got to show where you got to show a trail where that car came from, who gave it to him. And then if they say, oh, King Gio gave it to him. Well, King Gio, where did you get that money from? Well, they'll investigate me to make sure that everything's legit, to make sure that I had the X amount of money in my bank account and I gave it to Omi or whomever so they can buy that car. Not that they would just give it to me and then I give it. And then that's illegal too. So 66 months for pirating, 66 months for just, I don't know. Some of you, I don't knock the game, you know, everybody got to do their own thing. But was it worth it? Was it worth it? Things that you did legit, you could have saved that money legitimately. The money that you didn't make legit. You could have started your own business. You could have done, most of the stuff that he has is in his name or his sister's name. If you look at the buildings that he has are not in the best place in Philadelphia. But it is what it is, man. It's just, I don't know. I don't want to down the guy, but this is what happens, man. This is what happens when you do stupid shit. You know, if you had that mentality like that, could have been a great salesman. You could have sold cars. You could have done something. You could have worked for the cable company. He could have done. He could have done a lot of things. If I'm not mistaken, I think Nike was, from what I understand, I'm not sure. I'm not 100%, so don't quote me on this. I think he was being sued by Nike or something like that because of the swoosh of his sneakers. Yeah. I'll tell you what, man. I humble myself. I got my house. I pay $438 of my $482 a month on my mortgage. I work at a job that only pays $13 an hour, and I still make my mortgage and all that kind of stuff. And I'll stick to that. I'll stay myself humble. In the event that my YouTube ever gets to blow up, it blows up. Like I always said, I blow up, everybody blows up with me, because I be doing like Mr. Beast. I haven't seen Mr. Beast give anything out, but they say he does. I'm not sure, but I would do that. I'll be donating money. I'll be giving money away. Because at the end of the day, guys, I can't take money with me. Nothing comes with me. I'm gonna die, right? So I might as well enjoy it with the people I love. Help those who cannot help themselves. You know, I would open up a nice drug program so people can go into, buy a couple of buildings to make sure that people have a safe place to live. Teach people the knowledge of, teach them how to save money. Teach them how to buy a home, or send them to trade school and pay for that. You know, leave a good legacy behind. And that's what life is all about. To leave a good legacy behind, because there's no point of you having all these millions of dollars if you do nothing with it. You do nothing productive with it. You know, a lot of people say, oh, you know, I got $30 million. Why should I help other people? Because that's a good thing. That's the right thing to do. Everybody don't have what you have. Everybody don't have that stamina. Everybody don't have that vision that you have. Everybody don't have that oomph, that push, that drive. Everybody don't have it. Some people are shy. Some people are introverted. You know, and some people, and be honest with you, some people are just pure lazy, that you try to help them, and no matter how much you help them, they're not going to change, because they're accustomed to being given everything. Why should I work when the government pays my money? Why should I get an apartment? Why should I get a house when I'm on Section 8? And that's not the way to live. That's not the way to live. Gotta feel proud of yourself, proud of who you are, proud of what you've accomplished. Even this much. You drop out of school, you got your GED, be proud of that. You got your job cleaning McDonald's floor, be proud of that. Whatever it is that you completed, and you succeeded, be proud of that. If you start doing something and you didn't complete it, be proud of that. Don't say to yourself, I failed. No. Failure is when you don't try. That's what failure is. If you don't try, then you fail. But if you've tried and you fell down, get back up and try it again. Look at it from another angle. You know? Look at it in relationship-wise. If you're with a girl, things don't work out with you, don't try to patch things up. Move on. In that aspect, you have to move on. But in far aspect of doing things for yourself, achieving that goal that you want, achieving that success, and remember, success is, to everybody is different. My success doesn't mean it's going to be your success. I look at success differently. I don't need to be rich and famous to be successful, but it doesn't hurt to be a little bit rich, a little bit famous for the things that I would like to do, and that's help people out. But like I said, success is what you bring up to it. So if Omi would have just kept his mouth shut and he would have done things right, he would never gone to jail, and he could have helped a lot of people out. But he let the ego get to him, and he wanted to be known, and that's the problem. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching my channel. Please don't forget to subscribe.